So money mastery is one of the most critical elements to being able to plan accordingly and identify the areas that we're going to add most value to improving profitability, increasing cash flow, or even just avoiding some of those challenging times through difficult periods. And one of the things we see, which is very common amongst small SME businesses, is that they don't have access to the software to allow them to be able to plan effectively, but also pull the data in from their accountancy software in an easy way to be able to make meaningful actions that are going to help them grow their business and move forward. Fortunately, within the No Limits membership community, from the bronze level upwards, you will have access to the ActionPLAN software that we give all of our clients. And it's a great tool that enables you to be able to pull data out of the accountancy software such as Xero or QuickBooks at the touch of a few buttons to be able to get a full set of management accounts versus previous periods and against a budget. So I'm just going to jump into the system and I'll give you a quick run through how that works. So within the sort of main planning part of the software, you can build a business plan, things like put in your vision, mission, culture, put a financial budget in place, and also build a 90-day action plan. I'm going to jump into the section which is all about the financials, because this is where the system really comes into its own. So when we jump into the dashboard, you can see in this demo account we've got some data in there. You have an overview which gives you a KPI dashboard to be able to monitor the key performance indicators that are relevant to you. So things like revenue, actual results versus previous year, because we're looking at previous year, or you can put it against a forecast. You can build a budget and then compare against budget. Same with expenses, costs, gives you a breakdown, very visual, very high level, enable you to just have a quick snapshot of all of the different areas of the business to be able to then drill into the detail to see where you want to focus. So this is what we'd call something like a beach dashboard. You're able as a business owner to look at this from anywhere you are and be able to see how your business is performing. If we go into the profit and loss section, this is where it enables us to really dig into the detail of the financial performance against expectations and against previous periods. And this is where it adds the biggest value. Most large corporations will have this sort of information. Very few small businesses do. So you can pull out the detail of the revenue. You can look at your different revenue streams to see what each line is generating versus your forecast, how it's performing against forecast, previous period, how it's performing against the previous period, and previous year. So at the moment we're looking at a date range of July to December 2022. So previous period will be the 6 months before that, previous year will be July, December 2021. It enables you to dig into the detail of direct costs, looking at your gross margin as percentage terms as well as operating expenses. So you can really get to granular detail and spot any issues, anomalies or opportunities whilst they're still live. So one of the challenges with most businesses is they tend to run their financial accounts on a year-end submission to Companies House, which typically means that you're looking at data that's already out of date when you start looking at it. Whereas with this, you can jump in at any time. It's live, it pulls the feed direct from QuickBooks and direct from Xero, and allows you to have a look at the live data, as long as the data is correct in the accountancy software. And you can see the level it gets into. It really does drill down into all of the finite detail. You can also look at it by month, so you can change the periods to be able to look at each month in that calendar period. It's a really powerful system. It will pull through balance sheet details. So again, a bit of an enigma. Balance sheets very often not looked at and not managed, but this allows you to pull out the balance sheet details from your accounts whenever you want, and also looking at things like cash flow. Looking at a cash flow forecast versus actual performance is a really crucial part of managing, particularly growth, making sure you don't run out of cash whilst you're growing very fast. So that's a very quick overview of the accountancy side of it. So it's something that I would recommend if you're on the bronze level or above, making sure you get in there, get some data in there, play around with it. It could potentially save you many hours of dragging out data from various different spreadsheets and mechanical systems that you might have, but also it could save you an absolute fortune in being able to manage the accounts on a day-to-day basis rather than a year-end basis. So I hope that helps. Any further questions, or if you'd like to have a more in-depth demo of how it works, then feel free to reach out to one of the local coaches within the community, and we'll all be happy to be able to share how it works with you. Thanks very much. See you soon.